Okay, where's the Chevy? Okay, come here, I got something to show you. This is my 2021 GMC Sierra pickup. Now the curb weight on this is about 5,100 pounds, so that would mean that my Quickjack 7000TL ought to raise this up in the air without too much difficulty. We know it lifts the Chevy without any problem, but that's a good 1,500 pounds lighter than this is. So it's time to put this thing to the test and find out whether we can get it up in the air. Okay, we got everything set. Let's give it a shot. So that's the first level. Seems to pick it up without any trouble. See, it's nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Let's take it up the rest of the way. That's at the second level in the locked position. She's all the way up. Still seems pretty nice and solid. I can't budge it. It's not swaying, it's not doing anything like that, so it looks like we got us a winner here. Let's take a dive quick underneath and look there. Now in this case, I'm using the truck extensions, and you can see that I'm using the extended piece of metal that goes in to make them their highest height. I showed that on an earlier video, but when we get this back on the ground, we can go over that and show you again how they work. But you can see that there is quite a bit of room underneath there. Shouldn't be any trouble in getting under there and doing any work. My plans for this in the not too distant future will be to do an oil change and a tire rotation. That's going to be really easy with this setup. I don't see that I'm going to have a problem at all here. And then eventually, I've got some fluid changes that I need to take care of. Differential might be one. They recommend doing a brake fluid flush because they say that air can get into the brakes, although I have seen no indication that the brakes have gotten mushy at all. The other thing that they recommend is doing a radiator fluid flush at about 50,000 miles, I think. Again, to me, it's always check and see whether your rating is still there for what you should be getting as far as anti-boil and anti-freeze. So we'll be looking at that, but at the minimum, I think that this is going to be so easy to do oil changes and tire rotations. Just simple. Okay, in order to get this back down, I just have to clear those braces, and then I can bring it back down. I'll have to lift it just a little bit to be able to clear those, and then we'll bring it back down. So when I first took these out, I thought they had gotten a little beat up from being under the truck, but it turns out this is just some schmegma. That's a technical term, schmegma, that transferred itself from the frame. See, it's just crud, and it wipes right off. Anyhow, I can get this off a little bit later. Mainly what I wanted to show you was these are 3-piece units. As you can see here, there's this piece, there's this center section, and then there's the lower unit right there. And the way that works is that you can use this lower section just in and of itself, and that's what I use when I'm lifting the Chevy up. But in the case of the truck, you've got more clearance, so you can add this and get that extra bit of height that you need. So they are very effective. I tell you what, it seems to be doing just a fine job on whatever vehicle that I have to lift it with. The only other one that I'm going to have to service will be my wife's car, and hers is, I don't even think it's as heavy as the Chevy. See what I did there? Heavy Chevy. Never mind. So that's it. It looks to me like we didn't have a problem at all. What do you think? This is the 7000TL version of Quickjack, and I was able to get away with lifting this truck that's rated about 5,100 pounds. I think the reason that I can do that with the TL model is because I have the short bed on this pickup. I think for you folks out there that have the long bed, you might want to consider getting the 7000TLX. That adds another, I believe, 6 inches of length so that you can get out on those frame rails a little bit further. But for me, this is working great. There's not a car that I own that I can't work on and get it up in the air and do some serious work on it. So there you have it. Now you know what I know. We'll see you on the next video.